Hi guys, it's Graham again. Welcome back to my channel. I am in bed because I've just finished 4 nights of night shift and I'm tired. But the book I've just finished I wanted to talk about, so while it's fresh in my mind, I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm going to get a few hours sleep afterwards, and then I'm going to go over to Anstruther to pick up hubby and the dogs and bring them home because they've been on the boat for a couple of days. Hubby had some jobs that he wanted to finish on the boat, and as the weather's getting warmer, it's more pleasant. So the book that I've just finished is The Fairy Caravan by Beatrix Potter. This edition is from the 1960s, and it was a gift from my husband a few days ago. This was originally published in America by Alexander Mackay, and I think that publishing house was based in Philadelphia. Beatrix Potter didn't want to publish this in the UK because she felt that it was too personal and too autobiographical, because it's set in places that she stayed and that she was brought up in, I believe. It was eventually published, I think, after Beatrix Potter's death. It was published in the UK in about 1952 or 1953. It's a full-length novel. It's for older children, so it's a bit more in depth than her tales, the Peter Rabbit tales and Benjamin Bunnies and Mrs. Tiggy Winkle and all that, Jemima Puddle Duck. It's a bit longer, and it follows the story of a guinea pig called Tupney, who runs away from home and joins a travelling circus. Full of anthropomorphic animals, as only Beatrix Potter can do. Full of gorgeous line drawings, and there's some colour plates in here as well, as only Beatrix Potter can do. It's lovely. I feel that, you know, that her tales are better. They're shorter. They're more fun. Well, no, they're not more fun. This was fun, but I feel that the tales are better. Yeah, tales are better. The prose in this are lovely. There's places that it's quite poetic, and it's really pretty. It's beautifully written. It's so good. I didn't know this even existed until a couple of weeks ago, and I'm so glad that I've got this beautiful edition of it. I'm going to read you a paragraph. I hope I don't get into trouble for reading it. I'll find it first, and then I'll read it to you, and then I can go to bed. I've got my cup of tea on my little shelf on the door that my husband made for me, because he has a bedside cabinet, but the shelf there is only there because I'm so close to the bedroom door and I don't have room for a cabinet. So yeah, I get a little shelf. It's a very creative man, my husband. He also made that light bracket as well for me out of an old Engelpoise lamp. It's a very, very creative man. I digressed there. I went off on a tangent, and yes, I went off on a tangent. Right, so I'm going to read you a couple of paragraphs of The Fairy Caravan by Beatrix Potter. In the land of green ginger, there is a town called Marmalade, which is inhabited exclusively by guinea pigs. They are of all colours and of two sorts. The common or garden guinea pigs are the most numerous. They have short hair, and they run errands and twitter. The guinea pigs of the other variety are called Abyssinian cavies. They have long hair and side whiskers, and they walk upon their toes. I mean, a town called Marmalade, I love it. I don't like Marmalade. Never have. But a town called Marmalade, that's really quite cute. My favourite part of the book was the last chapter. And I know that sounds a bit strange because it's at the end of the book and yeah, you have to read the whole thing before you get there. I know I'm babbling, but I'm very tired, so I'm sorry. But yeah, my favourite part was the last chapter. And the last chapter is called The Fairy in the Oak. And one of the characters is telling a story to a couple of the other characters in the book. And it's the story of a fairy who lives in an oak. And the oak is chopped down one day. And she's devastated. This poor fairy is homeless, goes from place to place, but doesn't feel like home. And then one day she hears the sounds of an axe chopping wood, and she thinks another tree is being cut down. And then she finds out that a bridge is being built across a river, and the wood that's being used is the wood from her oak tree. And so she has a place to live again because they've built a tree from her oak. They've built a tree from her oak? No, they haven't built a tree from her oak. They've built a bridge. They've built a bridge, not a tree. They built a bridge from the tree. Yeah. I'm tired. I probably shouldn't be speaking right now. I should be asleep. But yeah. So that's that. That's that story. The Fairy Caravan by Beatrix Potter. It's lovely. It's beautiful. And I'm so glad I read it. What I'm going to read next is, I don't know. I haven't chosen anything like a physical book to read, but I have downloaded an audiobook. I have the physical copy of it, but a mutual friend of my husband and I said, you have to listen to this book because it's read by the author and it's awesome. It's brilliant. And the author of this book is probably one of the most awe-inspiring women of the 21st century, in my opinion. One of the most awe-inspiring women on the planet. She's just amazing. It's Becoming by Michelle Obama. I'm going to listen to this because a friend told me to and said that I wouldn't regret it. And I'll probably read the book at some point. But yeah, at some point. But I don't know what physical book I'm going to read next. But I'm going to listen to Becoming by Michelle Obama. I heard so many good things about it, not least that, you know, the audio version is amazing because it's read by her. But she's just an amazing human being, and I can't wait to start listening to her speak, to her read her book. On that note, I'm going to go to sleep for a couple of hours because I realise now I am babbling on and ain't nobody got time for that. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Whatever you're reading, whatever you're doing, enjoy it. Stay fabulous. Be yourself. Thank you. Bye. See you soon.